Now speaking, Byron Stephen, Director, Investor Relations. On today's conference call, MNDY.com discussed their financial results for the first quarter of FY 2023. Roy Mann and Eran Zinman, co-CEOs of MNDY.com, and Eliran Glazer, MNDY.com's CFO, were present. Certain statements made on the call were forward-looking and involved risks and uncertainties that could cause actual results to differ from expectations. Non-GAAP financial measures. Now speaking, Roy Mann, Co-Chief Executive Officer. In Q1 of fiscal year 2023, we achieved impressive results despite macroeconomic uncertainties. Revenue grew 50% year-over-year to $162.3 million and free cash flow totaled $38.7 million, a record high. We are now guiding to positive non-GAAP operating profit for FY 2023, 2 years ahead of expectations. Customer acquisition was strong with a 75% growth in enterprise customers, 1,683, and 5,441 sales CRM accounts, another quarterly record. Our MNDY sales CRM product has seen fast adoption and customer feedback has been positive. We believe we are well positioned to deliver our goals for FY 2023 and beyond. Now speaking, Eran Zinman, Co-Chief Executive Officer. This quarter, MNDY.com has announced plans to incorporate AI into its WorkOS platform, with features such as automated task generation, email composition, and document summaries. In June, they are opening their platform to third-party developers to build AI apps, while internally they plan to automate parts of sales operations, customer experience, and use data to improve product development initiatives. Additionally, MNDY 1.0 is being released in phases over the next year, with the first phase focused on MNDY boards and already having a big effect on board performance. Lastly, they have collaborated with Adaptavist and Upfire to accelerate the app marketplace and introduce unlimited sale items. Now speaking, Roy Mann, Co-Chief Executive Officer. We continue to make progress on our ESG efforts, having recently received an honorable mention in the Corporate Social Responsibility category of Fast Company's 2023 World Changing Ideas list. Our Emergency Response Team initiative and other ESG initiatives are detailed in our 2022 ESG report. We have also grown our headcount to 1,582 employees, with the recent opening of the APAC headquarters in Sydney. We are. Now speaking, Eliran Glazer, Chief Financial Officer. At the start of our fiscal year 2022, we saw exceptionally strong results with total revenue at $162.3 million, up 50% from the same quarter last year, 51% excluding foreign exchange. Our net dollar retention rate, NDR, declined slightly in Q1 due to slower enterprise customer expansion, and we expect moderate pressure on NDR throughout FY 2023. Gross margin was 90%, and we expect it to remain in the high 80s range in the medium-long term. R&D expense was $28.5 million or 18% of revenue, while sales and marketing was $102.7 million or 63% of revenue. G&A was $16.8 million or 10% of revenue. We had a net income of $7.2 million and diluted net income per share of 14 cents based on 50.8 million fully diluted shares outstanding. Total employee headcount was 1,582, an increase of 33 since Q4 2022. At the end of Q1 we had $935.6 million in cash and cash equivalents. Free cash flow for Q1 was $38.7 million with a free cash flow margin of 24%. We expect to report positive free cash flow on a consistent quarterly basis moving forward and achieve our third consecutive year of being free cash flow positive in FY 20. Goldman Sachs analyst Kash Rangan inquired, "Have I understood correctly that the MNDY platform currently includes a CRM application and you are wondering what other applications the research and development organization will develop in the future, while also considering which features should be developed internally and which should be left to third parties?" Roy Mann replied, "We are focusing our strategy this year on our core products, with CRM doing well and project and work management doubling down. Dev is out of beta and we are aiming for highly differentiated products which customers will know to take. We are not pursuing specific vertical areas but building teams to make each product best in class." Goldman Sachs analyst Kash Rangan inquired, "Do you have any further information on the generative AI capabilities that MNDY is taking advantage of, such as the type of large language models and whether they are their own? What is the product strategy for generative AI in the future?" Eran Zinman replied, "MNDY is leveraging AI to automate processes such as creating content, generating tasks, and automations. Additionally, it is using AI to optimize its sales processes, customer success, and more, potentially improving margins and company efficiency. Monday has a unique data set, which it is using to allow customers to explore more opportunities through the platform. It is using multiple vendors to teach the AI using its unique data set. J.P. Morgan Chase & Company analyst unknown speaker inquired, have customer feedback been positive since rolling out the Monday infrastructure upgrade? What additional context can you provide about the upgrade? Aron Zimman replied, we are excited with the progress of Monday and have released it to 30% of our customers. Reactions have been positive, especially from larger customers who experienced improved user experience and high load times for their boards and content. Our plan is to release Monday 1.0 to all customers by the end of Q2, which is ahead of schedule. Throughout the year we will be releasing additional versions with further improvements. J.P. Morgan Chase & Company analyst unknown speaker inquired, have you implemented any specific strategies to achieve your goal of strong margin guidance? Elleron Glazer replied, I analyzed revenue and expenses, noting $7 million more on the revenue side and $5 million less in expenses due to improved marketing operations. I saw additional savings across operating expenses such as travel, headcount and OPEX. When looking at guidance, I accounted for macroeconomic conditions and anticipate a 110% NDR overall, and 115 to 120% NDR for 10+ users. Additionally, I noted consistent top-of-funnel demand and strengthening customer growth that will contribute to business growth. My guidance. SVB Securities analyst Jackson Ader inquired, have recent changes in the competitive environment allowed us to win more deals from legacy competitors? What are the factors contributing to our outperformance on the top line? Aron Zimman replied, I believe we have a broad offering of Mondays that is not exposed to one specific sector, and 70% of our customers are non-tech with 30% being tech. We have seen very strong demand and doubled down on our marketing efforts, resulting in higher quality customers. Our success with the CRM and product innovation has also helped us acquire new customers. Elleron Glazer replied, I mentioned Big Brain in our strategy of doubling down on investments when we see good returns in prior quarters. This has enabled us to differentiate ourselves from our competition, and we continue to follow this playbook. SVB Securities analyst Jackson Ader inquired, have you considered what the implications might be for your product roadmap if third-party developers create industry-specific applications for your core product in the next 2 years? Roy Mann replied, Roy explained that Monday is a platform with open capabilities that allow developers to create and tailor their own solutions. It also provides feedback on where the platform should be taken, and its capabilities are the same ones used to develop Monday's own products. This alignment of the ecosystem and roadmap helps speed up development. William Blair & Company analyst Arjun Bhatia inquired, have the other product solutions besides CRM seen similar success? Did doubling the customer base since last quarter impact vendor consolidation at customers? Aron Zimman replied, CRM is doing well and the product just came out of beta with good momentum. Monday has renamed project management to work management, which is their bread and butter, and they are consolidating marketing into that as well. They plan to release more horizontal products in the future. Already, they have seen signs of their ability to cross-sell multiple products to customers. The overall strategy has a lot of upside baked into it. William Blair & Company analyst Arjun Bhatia inquired, have we seen traction from new customers, and is that mainly displacement or expansion into new customer segments? Elleron Glazer replied, we have seen a slowdown in NDR expansion compared to last year, with larger customers being more cautious with their budgets. During the third and fourth quarters of last year, we saw this persisting. However, customer acquisition has been strong, offsetting the decline and allowing for potential recovery next year. Growth retention has remained stable, and enterprise accounts are being lent to, although expansion may be slower. William Blair & Company analyst Arjun Bhatia inquired, did we have a successful quarter? With impressive numbers and positive feedback, it appears so. Piper Sandler analyst Brent Bracelin inquired, what is driving the optimism for June and full-year results, despite a challenging environment? Is it larger new lands, CRM cross-sell into the installed base, or a mixed shift to higher-tier pricing? Elleron Glazer replied, we are seeing strong customer demand for our WorkOS platform and products across all customer segments, including 70% non-tech customers. However, enterprise customer seat expansion has been slow due to the challenging macro environment. This quarter we saw 200 net new enterprise customers, the largest number yet, and 80% of our contracts are now annual versus almost 70% a year ago. We believe with the additional add-ons and functionalities we are adding to Monday, this provides us with a positive outlook for Q2 and fiscal. Piper Sandler analyst Brent Bracelin inquired, have you implemented any new efficiency measures to help maintain the positive cash flow and profitability this quarter? With over $900 million in cash, what are your plans for utilizing it? Elron Glazer replied, we are investing $935 million into MNDY's business in order to prioritize organic growth. We plan to expand our platform, product and operations, as well as increasing our global reach. We have a long-term goal of 2024 and beyond, which includes exploring potential opportunities for M&A and enhancing our product roadmap. Citi analyst Steve Enders inquired, have customer feedback on CRM been positive since it was introduced, with many customers converting from the MNDY platform, or is there a large number of new CRM use cases? Roy Mann replied, Roy has observed two distinct customer types transitioning to MNDY.com, those maturing from existing CRM products and those coming from nothing. This exciting market opens the door for many opportunities in the widely used CRM space. Citi analyst Steve Enders inquired, are ad costs higher or lower than they were in the back half of last year? Has there been any change in the competitive landscape over the past quarter? Roy Mann replied, we have seen a significant cost reduction in ad and media spend compared to a year ago, with costs stabilizing when compared to the previous quarter. This has allowed us to gain market share compared to last year and put us in a very good position. Additionally, customers we are gaining now need our solutions rather than just viewing them as a nice-to-have, resulting in better quality customers on average than a year ago. This can be seen in the strong enterprise customer net add of 200, which is attributed to both more products being available. For example, Aron Zinman replied, Aron has stated that the company's focus for the past few years has been to invest in and accelerate their enterprise tier. This has included adding features and capabilities, scaling the sales and partners team, and continuing to double down on this investment. Jefferies analyst Brent Thill inquired, have I been successful in increasing market penetration through building out the go-to-market strategy and leveraging the enterprise strength? Aron Zinman replied, I am seeing a trend of increasing demand for MNDY and enterprise customers buying larger licenses and seats initially. This quarter, we released a bunch of new features that have helped us accelerate our ability to acquire and scale enterprise customers while investing in security, admin, and permission features. Jefferies analyst Brent Thill inquired, am I right in understanding that you beat your Q1 forecast by around $7 million and have raised your guidance more than double that, indicating a high level of confidence? What factors are you taking into account when forecasting for the rest of the year? Elron Glazer replied, I took into account a strong Q1 and provided guidance for the year. We expect to continue to see a positive NDR of around 110 overall for customers, and 120 for 50K NDR. We anticipate continued top-of-funnel demand, strong new customer growth and efficiencies which will provide a positive outlook for the rest of the year. Needham & Company analyst Scott Berg inquired, can you imagine a future in which we have built more prepackaged applications on MNDY WorkOS within the next 3 to 4 years, following the success of your CRM solution? Roy Mann replied, Scott, I'm Roy. I apologize for the noise, can you please repeat the last part of the question? Needham & Company analyst Scott Berg inquired, have you had success in building pre-built applications on MNDY WorkOS outside of the CRM platform? Aron Zinman replied, I have seen success with CRM and dev work management in the past. Going forward, I plan to add a few more core products such as HR and other categories. We also see opportunity to open up our product suite for third-party vendors. In 2 to 3 years, I envision MNDY offering 4 to 6 core products in addition to long-tail solutions from additional vertical industries. Roy Mann replied, Roy has visibility into what is and is not working due to the platform on MNDY, as customers are building whatever they want. This allows them to identify successful use cases and penetration points, which gives them a better understanding of where to go next, according to Aron. Needham & Company analyst Scott Berg inquired, have you seen any changes in your partner ecosystem that have resulted in net new customers or new opportunities amid the current macro environment? Aron Zinman replied, Scott and I discussed our partner ecosystem, which has continued to see great momentum, enabling us to extend our ability to sell across different regions. We have also seen an increase in our ability to do professional services for larger enterprises, using our enterprise offering to onboard customers and develop customized features. We have seen great success with the partner ecosystem. Oppenheimer & Company analyst George Iwanik inquired, can you provide more information about how AI is changing the competitive landscape, and how do you view this as a net positive for seat growth? Roy Mann replied, Roy is excited about the potential of artificial intelligence, AI, and how it could help MNDY's customers. He believes that AI has the potential to give them a competitive edge, further empowering customers to build and run their businesses in the way they want to. Roy is confident that offering this technology will bring huge value to their customers. Cohen and Company analyst Derek Wood inquired, have SMB churn rates changed since the start of the year and what are your expectations for the rest of 2020? Aron Zimman replied, Derek asked a great question about the focus on our enterprise segment and SMBs. Despite the current economy, SMBs have shown strength, adding more solutions and unifying tools into MNDY. Net retention in this sector has been stable, indicating that we should continue investing in both enterprise and SMBs. Canaccord Genuity analyst E.J. Hines inquired, have 30% of accounts gone live with the phased approach to the rollout? Did they start with the largest customers who would get the most benefit? What are the focus areas of V2 and V3 of MNDY? Aron Zimman replied, we initially saw success with smaller accounts, but soon opened up to larger ones. Most of the benefits were seen in the larger accounts, though there was lag in the smaller ones. Version 1.0 focuses mainly on consuming and viewing data, while the next few versions will focus on dashboards, scaling opportunities, and larger data sets. This next phase of MNDY should be easier to implement than the first and will offer customers significantly better performance. Berenberg Capital Markets analyst Andrew DeGosperi inquired, have the MNDY dev platform rolled out of beta and is it now live with everything it will come with? What kind of customer adoption can be expected, similar to that of the MNDY CRM? Aron Zimman replied, MNDY dev has officially exited its beta phase, and we're seeing positive momentum with the product. We've achieved a level of stability and scale that allows us to move forward confidently, and the rate of adoption and feedback we've seen from customers is very encouraging. We still have many exciting features planned for the future, and if the current trend continues, this will be. FBN Securities analyst Shibli Sirafi inquired, have you seen a 43% growth in billings from Q4 compared to 11% above consensus versus being in line with the prior 2 quarters? What drove this strong growth? Was it pricing, enterprise, geo, or any other factors? Eliran Glazer replied, Eliran and I discussed that billing is an imperfect measure of a business's health, as it is often lumpy. However, we saw strong new customer demand in Q1, with 80% of contracts being annual and paying upfront. This resulted in a higher bid number. Added to that was the largest number. D.A. Davidson analyst Robert Simmons inquired, have you seen the fastest uptake of sales CRM in any particular vertical or geography? D.A. Davidson analyst Robert Simmons inquired, have we seen greater receptivity to our sales CRM in certain verticals, geographies, or any other areas? Aron Zimman replied, we saw across different industries that customers were looking for a certain solution, with a good balance between those looking for their first version of CRM and those migrating from existing solutions. In the last quarter we opened up our solution to existing customers, with plans to offer it more proactively in the future.